मैं कहना चाहता हूं, जिन भारत विरोधी और आतंकी संगठनों ने भारत माता के मस्तक पर हमला करके कई परिवारों के सिंदूर मिटाए थे, उन्हें भारतीय सेना ने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के माध्यम से इंसाफ दिलाने का काम किया है। और इसके लिए आज सारा देश भारतीय सेनाओं का अभिनंदन कर रहा है। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सिर्फ एक सैन्य कार्रवाई भर नहीं है, बल्कि भारत की राजनैतिक, सामाजिक और सामरिक इच्छा शक्ति का प्रतीक है। यह ऑपरेशन आतंकवाद के खिलाफ भारत की दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति का और सैन्य शक्ति की क्षमता और संकल्प शक्ति का भी प्रदर्शन है। हमने दिखाया है, भारत आतंकवाद के खिलाफ जब भी कोई कार्रवाई करेगा तो आतंकवादियों और उनके आकाओं के लिए सरहद पार की जमीन भी सुरक्षित नहीं रहेगी।
$, as loan to Pakistan. Now, doesn't the International Monetary Fund know that whatever money is given to Pakistan, they use it for the terrorists? Had that not been the case, why would have the Prime Minister of Pakistan gone from country to country, gone from pillar to post, begging for loans and money? That's point number one. Point number two, after getting the money, you calling off the action of war between India and Pakistan, should we understand that because you people are giving loans to Pakistan, we know that Pakistan trains the terrorists, so should we also assume that you people are also doing the same thing? The second question is, you see, matter between India and Pakistan will be solved bilaterally. We have made it very clear we don't want a third party intervention between us. We know that entire Kashmir is our part. We will get it back. And military solution is the only solution. When the Pahalgam incident happened, we took certain very strong diplomatic steps, which were necessary, which are still necessary, which will still continue. And also the military action that Pakistan instigated, that was absolutely uncalled for. You shouldn't have woken up a tiger who is sleeping like India. And now when you have done it, that is the only solution. The whole world knows what these terrorists are doing, what Pakistan is doing from the money that it gets. The second thing is that we are going to be very firm. We do not want America's intervention in the matters of India and Pakistan. And we do not want any kind of sermons to us. In this, should I assume that US is only seeing an opportunity of trade? If that is the case, then I should say that US should now, it's high time you should realize that Osama bin Laden, who did the 9/11 dastardly attack in your country, was found in Pakistan. Please don't forget this. And if you don't forget this, then you should not be a country which should be bailing out Pakistan from its loan.
See, yes, we've never accepted and we never entertained. We do not want. We've been very clear that no third party has any role. No third party has any role in our affairs. But on the other hand, yes, it's a fact of life that America is a superpower. And of course, we have very good relations with America, strategic relations with America. That said, President Trump does want, that's in his nature. He wants to be a peacemaker. Okay, he's playing out with Ukraine. That still has not reached a peace format. Neither has Gaza. Kashmir this was an early victory win for him. Pakistan was desperate, asking for it, so America stepped forth. But by the way, Trump has offered to mediate on Kashmir even earlier also, when we have politely, sidelined his views. So Trump may say what he wants to say, it's absolutely fine. Friends say things, but good friends also understand why somebody is saying something and we politely ignore and we move on. So I think that's how we will proceed ahead. But at the same time, yes, we look forward to America's cooperation on multiple strategic fronts. See, India is acting as a responsible player, a mature player. Notwithstanding, we know the reality of Chinese intentions towards India, but at the same time, we are maintaining a very stable, mature relationship with China. We do know that China is also a big player in this region. So we've kind of updated them in that sense, you could say. On the other hand, China backdoors is promoting Pakistan to hit and damage the interests of India. This attack on Pahalgam was not only a terror attack on India, was not only an attack to divide or on the unity of India, it was an economic hit on India, not only on Kashmir, overall India, because many companies, due to Trump tariff conditions, are moving out of China. Many of them are considering to come to India. In conditions of war which were shaping up, many of them would not come to India. So this was an economic hit on India which Pakistan carried out. And Pakistan then conveyed to China, look here, I have done you a favor. I have hit and I have done economic damage to India. We know all of that. But at the same time, we got to continue in diplomacy, in mature international affairs. We got to keep the dialogue and hold the other person to their word. They may or may not stick to it, but we got to push them towards.
You see, all right, President Trump is negotiating, or he was negotiating. But the unfortunate part of this is, to me, why Trump unilaterally declared ceasefire. Is he the Prime Minister or the President of India? Or does he represent the government of Pakistan? Trump is a third party. Okay, we welcome that Trump started negotiating, but if we went for a ceasefire, then it is the concerned two countries, those who have declared all these things. But I don't think it is the duty of the Trump to take the lead and declare ceasefire himself. Number one. Number two, okay, we welcome the any country negotiating between Pakistan and India, but the final decision is of our country, of India. And we should not bow down before the pressure of any powerful country in the world. May it be USA, may it be Russia, any country. We are an independent country, we are a proud country, we are a capable country, and our armed forces are very patriotic forces. The Indians are in general patriotic Indians. So why should we succumb to any pressure from a third country? The decision should be purely ours, which should not be influenced or dictated by any third country.
जो कल शाम को 5 बजे राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने घोषणा की सीज फायर की, वैसे तो युद्ध विराम गलत शब्द है, क्योंकि भारत और पाकिस्तान में कोई युद्ध नहीं हो रहा था. वो तो भारत जो पाकिस्तान आतंकवादी गतिविधियां प्रोत्साहित करता है उसके लिए उनको सज़ा दे रहा था. और इसलिए अब दो चीज़ ज़रूरी है कि जो फैसला हुआ है उस फैसले की पालना पाकिस्तान की तरफ से होनी चाहिए, और ये जो आतंकवाद वो प्रोत्साहित करते रहे हैं भारत के खिलाफ, वो आतंकवाद का प्रोत्साहन रोकने की ज़रूरत है.
That India and Pakistan had agreed for a ceasefire, and which also gave an impression that USA had a very important role to play in this whole ceasefire negotiations. Now the most important issue is that the DGMO Pakistan rang up the DGMO of Indian Army and requested for a ceasefire. There were 2-3 talks, there were 2-3 calls from him to which we did not respond, and finally at around 3:30 or 4 o'clock we decided that okay, we will go in for a ceasefire, because even the Americans were speaking to us in a continuous manner. But the ceasefire was violated within about 3 hours. What you have to understand is Donald Trump was following a policy of isolation, and he was not getting involved into any big affairs of the world. In fact, twice he stated that he has no interest as far as Kashmir is concerned. And suddenly he's shown concern and tried to play a peacemaker in the present conflict between India and Pakistan. Remember, in the past, when he tried to negotiate between Ukraine and Russia, nobody listened to him, neither Russia nor Ukraine. When he tried to negotiate between the Hamas and others, again nobody really listened to him. So he tried his hand at India, and somehow ceasefire was sort of promulgated for about 1 hour or 2 hours. What is more important is Pakistan is a country which just cannot be trusted. Donald Trump's negotiations has got no meaning. We just have to tell Donald Trump and America in particular that if you want to help India, if you are a friend of India, then you help in a practical manner or in a physical manner. We require those GE engines for our light combat aircraft Tejas. We require technological intelligence. We require high-end technology. We require drones. So all those high-end things is what he should focus on rather than giving us an advice on how to negotiate ceasefire. Because with Pakistan, ceasefire will never hold good. And the reason why Pakistan yesterday violated the ceasefire, one of the reasons which is stated is, it is what is started now is what can be termed as a grey zone warfare, meaning they sent drones over you, so you go in for blackout, your economy suffers, airfields on which these drones have come now cannot carry out any other work. So therefore, Pakistan is trying to impose a cost of closing down your airfields, closing down your productive activity. So therefore, we also have to give the same treatment to Pakistan, and every action of Pakistan, ceasefire violations or otherwise, should be at least be punished by 5 times more, so that Pakistan thinks twice before it carries out next ceasefire violation.
नहीं, इसकी टाइमलाइन देखने की जरूरत है। मैं समझता हूं कि हमने भुगता था, पीड़ित पक्ष हम थे, और हमने एक बहुत ही टारगेटेड इंटरवेंशन किया था, प्रिसीजन के साथ, सिविलियन कैजुअलिटी ना हो इंश्योर किया, मिलिट्री एस्टेब्लिशमेंट को ना छुआ, आतंक की प्रयोगशालाओं पर सिर्फ वार किया, 9 आइडेंटिफाइड प्लेसेस। उसके विपरीत हमने अपने लोग खो दिए, अपने नागरिक खो दिए, अपने ऑफिसर्स खो दिए। तो ये 2 आर्मी का फर्क भी है, एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल प्रोफेशनल आर्मी इंडिया की, और उधर एक रोग स्टेट की आर्मी। बहरहाल थोड़ा असहज इसलिए हुआ कि हमारी ब्रीफिंग से पूर्व अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट ने घोषणा की। ये शिमला समझौते के तहत भी ये कतई उचित नहीं था, और मैं समझता हूं कि इसका प्रतिकार जिस भी रूप में करें, सरकार ने की कोशिश कि मध्यस्थता किसी की नहीं है, लेकिन एक मध्यस्थ जो अपने आप को सेल्फ डिक्लेयर्ड सरपंच समझते हैं पूरी दुनिया के, उनके बयानात मैं समझता हूं कि हमारे जैसे विशाल लोकतांत्रिक देश के लिए उचित नहीं है।
यूएस प्रेसिडेंट ने, डोनाल्ड ट्रंप साहब ने ये कहा है, एंड आई कोट, आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ द स्ट्रांग एंड अनवेवरिंग पावरफुल लीडरशिप ऑफ इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान. I am proud that the USA was able to help you arrive at this historic and heroic decision. While not even discussed, I am going to increase trade substantially with both of these great nations. Additionally, I will work with you both to see if after 1,000 years a solution can be arrived at concerning Kashmir. तो इस ट्वीट पे भी बड़े सवाल उठते हैं। वो कहते हैं कि और ये उनके जो सेक्रेटरी ऑफ स्टेट हैं रूबियो साहब, उन्होंने कहा कि भाई पिछले 48 घंटों में बातचीत होती रही। डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने भी यही कहा है और वाइस प्रेसिडेंट वैंस ने भी उसको दोहराया है। तो हुआ क्या, कैसे हुआ, क्यों हुआ, क्या बातचीत हुई, इसके बारे में तो कोई चर्चा है नहीं, हमें मालूम नहीं है। ये भी कहते हैं कि थर्ड पार्टी में एक न्यूट्रल जगह पे एनएसएज मिलेंगे, उनका एनएसए और हमारे एनएसए साहब वहाँ मिलेंगे, दोवल साहब। और उधर जो वैंग यी हैं, जो चाइना के फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हैं, उन्होंने भी बात की हिंदुस्तान से कि यहाँ मतलब के जो, क्योंकि सिचुएशन है नहीं है ना कि दोनों ही एक न्यूक्लियर देश हैं, तो कोई अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर नहीं चाहता कि कोई युद्ध ऐसा हो। मुझे याद है इनफैक्ट 2022 में जब प्रधानमंत्री जी पुतिन साहब को मिले, उन्होंने कहा कि इस युद्ध के दौर में कोई जंग नहीं हो सकता। तो ये तो प्रधानमंत्री भी जानते थे कि युद्ध में दौर में कोई जंग नहीं हो सकता। तो फिर उस पर भी सवाल उठेंगे। तो हम आज कोई आलोचना नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि ये वक्त आलोचना का नहीं है। हम इतना ही कहेंगे कि आप स्पेशल सेशन बुलाइए हम इतना ही कहेंगे कि स्पेशल एक ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग बुलाइए, और मैं राजनीतिक दलों से मैं सलाह तो दे नहीं सकता, बट
See, as far as the Kashmir issue is concerned, India's policy, stated policy is we do not welcome any third-party mediation. This is, as per Shimla Agreement, this is a dispute between the two countries, and only two countries will sit together and resolve this issue. That is India's stated policy. I don't see any change in that. But as far as US President is welcoming and congratulating the leadership of both the nations, good enough. If firing ceases, no one wants a war, but my personal view is, as long as Pakistan's stated policy of their army is that they will fight for jihad, they are not a normal army, they are an Islamic army. It will be used for Ghazwa-e-Hind, for using terrorism as instrument of state policy. As long as that policy remains, what is the guarantee that no further incident like this Pulwama or Pahalgam will not take place? And if it take place, then India will have to again attack Pakistan.
Look, I think 1971 was a great achievement of our history. I'm proud of it as an Indian. Indira Gandhi ji rewrote the map of the subcontinent, but the circumstances were different. Today's Pakistan is a different situation. Their equipment, their military equipment, the damage they can do, everything is different. And the circumstances of Bangladesh, we were fighting a moral cause to actually bring people to freedom and liberation. That was a completely different story. This is a different story. We would have ended up with a much longer, protracted conflict with a lot of loss of life on both sides, a lot of damage, a lot of expense. Is this the biggest priority for India today? No, it's not. We wanted to teach those who had sent these terrorists across that there is a price to be paid. We still have to catch the individual terrorist perpetrators, but we do not need to tie the whole country down in a war. That is something I've been very clear about from the start. India did not, I believe, at any stage see the action of the 7th as the beginning or the opening salvo of a long protracted conflict. For us it was one-off. We'll do it. If Pakistan did not escalate, we would not have escalated. Pakistan did, we also did. It was getting to a point where if it continued like this, we would needlessly have been caught into a long drawn-out war without a clear objective at the end of it. Liberating Bangladesh is a clear objective. Just keeping on firing shells at Pakistan is not a clear objective. You see the difference.